From Madison, Wisconsin, Katie Moyer, Orthopedic Instruments.
Who loves a to-do list? Who has put something on their to-do list for the pure satisfaction of crossing off the list, even though you've already accomplished it? Right? Guilty as charged. I love to-do lists. And authenticity is no different for me. It seems that corporate America has sent out a big memo to everyone saying we need to be authentic at work. And the intergroup exercise instructor in me wants to jump on board. I want to motivate, I want to encourage, I want to get on this bandwagon, and let's do this together. Let's be authentic at work. So I put it on my to-do list. And it gets more intense for me because Gallup did a study of 10,004 people, and they found that employees' basic needs that they want to see met from leadership are trust, compassion, stability, and hope. And as soon as I saw these 4 elements, I thought, but can you inspire any one of these if you don't start with authenticity? Because now I'm inspired to have a relationship with my customer that's built on trust, compassion, stability, and hope. So now I have to start with authenticity. So I'm inspired. I am excited, but I have no idea what's going on. There's that word, authenticity. I want to jump on the bandwagon like everyone else, and I want to be authentic at work, but I really, truly have no idea what it means. So like all smart people in this day and age, I grabbed my phone out of my pocket and I Googled it. So some of the definitions for authenticity are very easy for me to understand, and they're logical. If I'm going to be authentic, I'm not going to be a counterfeit. I'm not going to be a copy or false or an imitation. I got that. I can do that. But if I'm going to be authentic, what about being true to oneself? Well, what does that mean? And what does that mean at work? Does that mean I get to wear yoga pants at work now? And the last one, if I'm going to be authentic, I need to be true to my own personality, my spirit, my character. But I immediately think that every single person in this room has a different personality, different character. And wouldn't that mean that my authenticity is going to look very different from your authenticity or the person sitting next to you? So here's my frustration again. I love to-do lists, and I want to check this thing off the list as fast as I can. So I would like you to give me a step-by-step process on how to be authentic. So is that wearing yoga pants at work? Because I'll do that so I can check this thing off the list. Is that sending an inspirational video or a quote out to my team? Because I'll do that too. Check, check, got it. Or is it telling you the obligatory sob story about my childhood so you understand me better? Is that true to my personality, my spirit, my character? Well, we're going to find out. Because if I'm going to inspire trust, compassion, stability, and hope in this room, right here, right now, with all of you for the short time we have together, I have no other choice but to start with authenticity. And to me, authenticity is more than those words on the screen. They are a process. And in order for you to understand why I'm so passionate that authenticity is hard and it is evil sometimes to me, I have a choice today to let my true self be seen. And that will be a sob story about my childhood. So I grew up in an alcoholic family, and when my mom would drink, I went into hyperactive fix-it mode. I would make sure my little brothers and sisters, Caden, Keegan, and McKenna, they were all taken care of. And I would call my big sister and my dad, and I'd say, hey, just to let you know, I'm taking the kids to a movie, but mom's drinking again. Have a great day. That was easy. That was doing things and checking things off my list, and I got that. The hard part about growing up in an alcoholic family is the moments that my mom wasn't drinking. And so here I am as a kid, and I have this anxious feeling, and I don't want my mom to drink, so I got this. Here's my to-do list. I'm going to make sure that everything is exactly the way my mom would want it, and then she's not going to drink. I'm so smart. But then she would drink again. Between the ages of 9 and 25, she was in and out of rehab, and we've worked a lot, and I'm so proud of her. I really am. She's been sober for 9 years now. It's amazing. But as a kid, you don't get it. So as a kid, I'm sitting at home feeling like I am not enough of a reason for my mom not to drink. So here I go with those to-do lists. I know how to deal with this anxious feeling. I'm going to go work out. and I got really good at dance, and I got really good at soccer, and I accomplished a dream of mine to play soccer at the University of Wisconsin and become a Badger. So it's not all bad and it's not all good. Growing up in an alcoholic family just is. But this not enough feeling that I was running from was going to catch up with me. Because at 29 years old, I was living in Denver, Colorado. I had my dream city, my dream job, and I had the Instagram to back it up. But when I look at these pictures, all I think about is, I know that girl. That girl had a dream job from 8 to 5, but she still went home at night, behind closed doors. She was all alone with her thoughts. She's still feeling like it's not enough. I'm still not enough. So I decided to teach more fitness classes, right? Here I go again. I know how to solve this problem. I know how to make a to-do list out of this. I'll teach fitness classes at 5 a.m. I'm going to teach them at 7 o'clock at night. And then I'm rewarded again. People notice that I'm really good at this. So, hey, would you train some other instructors for us? I say, yeah, I don't have kids. I can do it. Fit that in. And then a company takes notice and they say, hey, would you on the weekends travel around the country, train master trainers and help grow our fitness brands and fitness chains? And I say the same thing. Yeah, I don't have kids. But the truth is, all I was doing was running away from this uncomfortable feeling of not being enough. And one very ordinary day, it all came crashing down. My dad calls me and asks me to pick up a granite countertop for a house that they were remodeling in Colorado. And I say, you know, Dad, it's not really convenient for me today, but I love you, so I'll do it. Well, they actually sent me to a carpet store, but I'm resourceful, and I figure out that there's a granite countertop store about 2 blocks away, so you know what? I'll figure this out. I get to the granite countertop store, and I say, hey, I'm here to pick up a granite countertop for Moyer, M-E-U-E-R. No, we don't have one for that. I'm like, all right, it's a weird last name. Maybe M-O-Y-E-R, maybe it's Mauer, Meaver, Miver, like there's gotta be something. And the clerk looks at me and says, ma'am, we don't have any granite countertops to be picked up today. So I go back and I sit in my car. I call my dad, I call my sister who was living in Denver at the time, I call my mom again, I call them 3 times because when they don't answer the first time, obviously they're gonna answer the second or third. And then I send text messages in all caps with lots of exclamation points, and somehow they're still not getting back to me. Every minute I am sitting in that car, my blood is boiling, my face is getting red, and I am literally losing my mind. I don't know if you've ever been here in one of these moments, but this was literally where I lost it because I'm staring out of my car in front of me is a brick wall. And I'm thinking how awesome it would feel to ram my car into this brick wall. And if I'm gonna be real and authentic with you, upstairs, my inner world, it's a dramatic movie scene. It's like High School Musical going on in here. So I start to create a dramatic movie scene where I'm gonna back this truck up, I am going to put it into neutral and rev the engine a couple times. Then I'm gonna drop it into drive, I'm gonna screech my tires, and I'm going to slam so hard into that brick wall because it would just feel so much better than sitting here and not feeling enough. So I'm in the middle of this dramatic movie scene and my dad finally calls me. And I don't even know what I said at that point because I'm just a raving lunatic, seriously. And he says, Katie, I don't know what's going on with you right now, but you need to take a look at your life. This is not you. That is my version of hitting rock bottom. And you don't have to lose everything to feel this in your gut. It was a very ordinary day for me. It's, in the big scheme of life, it's a very simple problem, and it's nothing to lose your mind over. But running away from this uncomfortable feeling of not being enough, it had caught up to me. And so a couple weeks later, I dropped everything, and I went on a 10-day therapy retreat to figure out why my inner world wasn't matching the outer world I was projecting. But again, I'm this girl who loves to-do lists. So I go on this 10-day therapy retreat and I figure out this process of matching my inner world to the outer world that I'm projecting. I call it trusting my truth. That's how I find out how I'm gonna align with my truth. But the funny thing is, I love to-do lists. So I wanted to go on this 10-day therapy retreat and I wanted to say, check it off my list. I'm done, I'm healed, problem solved, I'm back at it. But the universe always unfolds very interestingly for all of us. And a couple months later, I realized I can't do this on my own. So I find a therapist. And then it leads to intentional journaling. It leads to a lot of meditation. And I find my energy reader. Because remember, I was living in Denver, Colorado at the time, and it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Boulder. It's a little hippy-dippy out there, but there is such a thing as an energy reader. Her name is Julie, and I love her. And if you're thinking about getting one, call me. Because last week, I called her about this very talk, about this very moment here on stage. Because what I really wanted to say to all of you was, here's my 3-step awesome process about being authentic. Because authenticity is a collection of choices that we have to make every day. It's about the choice to show up and be real, the choice to be honest, and the choice to let our true selves be seen. I remember being on the phone with Mark Sims at the time when we're working on my talk, and I hear that quote, and I'm like, oh, dang, did Brene Brown nail it? This is everything I've been thinking about authenticity. Now I'm going to go out there, I'm going to share my 3-step process of authenticity, show you how great I am, and then I'm going to put this quote up there because Brene Brown backs it up. She's got a PhD. Or do I make the choice to let my true self be seen and tell you all that I struggle with being authentic? I still struggle to this day. All those things I listed off, I do them, a mix of them. I just started acupuncture actually 3 weeks ago for the very first time because I don't know how to align my inner world with my outer world unless I'm very intentional about that. That's what authenticity is to me. Authenticity is trusting my truth and doing a lot of work with my inner demons so that it matches the outer world I am projecting. And today is no different. Today is a very ordinary day, and I have a choice to show up and be real, and the choice to let my true self be seen. So I made my choice today. What's your choice? Thank you.